Right now you have invested quite a bit in cryptocurrency, where you are starting to make your first gains, so you owe it to yourself to apply these 5 tips I'll present to you in this video, as quickly as possible, so as not to lose or get robbed of your crypto pointlessly. If you are interested in preserving your capital, we'll check that out right now. Hello everyone and welcome to Road to Millions in English. Today we're meeting for a new video, and this time we're going to talk about an essential subject, the security of your crypto. By now you are definitely starting to have an increasingly large portfolio and crypto. It is therefore crucial to ensure its safety. This is why I'm going to present to you the 5 pillars which will allow you to secure all of it, and I really advise you to pay attention and to apply all of this to the letter, or even to add other stuff to maximize your security based on your capital. For today's video, I'll remind you that we are in the playlist from Zero to Crypto Hero, and in this playlist I start from the fundamental basics as if you were a beginner, and every week I will add skills that will allow you to transform yourself in a crypto hero. So if you enjoy and are interested in the content of my videos, please don't hesitate to let me know by dropping a like and a comment for strength. And if you are new to the channel, I welcome you and invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. With that being said, we're going to move on to the pillar number 1, and it will be that of secure access to your cryptos, whether they are centralized exchanges or your wallets correctly. So use a good password. That is to say, with as long and varied alphanumeric character string as possible, so that it is as difficult as possible to crack. Precisely so that a hacker can't find your password and thus have access to your funds. Now, I will also add that regarding your password, personally, I would put a different password on each platform that I use. I try to have an email dedicated to my crypto operations, like so that if one of my cryptos that I use on a website in everyday life is compromised, it doesn't compromise your crypto passwords and your email address. If it's possible, on your centralized exchange, for example, using an anti-phishing code will allow you to have extra precaution when you receive an email to avoid phishing by email. We will now move on to the pillar number 2, and that will concern your mobile phone. If you have the possibility, once again, in addition to your password, well, I advise you to add a confirmation by SMS. It is super practical, and I find that it's more reliable than by email. This means that when you enter a password to connect to a platform or one of your wallets, it won't be enough. You will receive one SMS confirmation to your phone number, and it will be of single use. This will allow you to prove that it is really you who is logging into your account. It's super important. It offers you second level security, and I'll give you a little tip. If you really start to have a significant amount of funds in your crypto, don't hesitate to make a quick call to your service provider on your cell phone to tell them to be careful of SIM swapping. And what is SIM swapping? These are people who on the phone will call your service provider trying to pretend to be you by trying to obtain a new SIM card, and so in the end they'll be able to have access, for example, to a validation by SMS for you. It is super dangerous. This happens especially in the United States. And so to avoid it, you can call them and tell them that for you it is very important to pay attention to this, and that you expressly ask that it be noted in black and white on your file that if there are people who call to have a new SIM card, they must carry out a reinforced level of control. And once they put that in place, well, that makes you even more safe. We will now move on to the third pillar, and it is still related to your mobile phone, and it's going to be the Google Authenticator. It is a two-factor identifier. That is to say that it will be added in addition to your password, and in addition to your confirmation by SMS, you will have to add a 6-digit code, and only you will have access to it through your cell phone. It's a code that changes every 30 seconds and which really allows you to have a maximum level of security, especially for withdrawing your cryptocurrencies, and as a result it becomes very difficult to hack. I don't see how someone could pretend to be you that way. With these 3 levels of security, at the level of your connection and especially at the level of withdrawal of your cryptocurrencies, if you do not know Google Authenticator and you do not know how it works, well, next week I'm going to offer you precisely a complete video where I will explain to you step by step how to set this up. You'll see it's super simple. And so now we're going to move on to the fourth point. It is crucial. When you start to have a significant amount in a wallet on a centralized exchange, you should of course not leave all the eggs in one basket. Regarding centralized exchanges, I personally like to have a certain number of them like that. If there is a problem, and problems they can happen very quickly, it could be a hack, it could be a failure of the platform, it could be a hacker who gets through all of your security. Well, if you haven't put all the eggs in one basket and you have a multitude of platforms, let's say you have 4 to 5, well, your funds will be divided between 4 to 5 platforms, and that limits the damage. In addition to that, once on each of your platforms you start to have a little too many cryptocurrencies of this or that type, for example, a little too much Bitcoin or a little too much Ether, well, you'll be able to send them to a hardware wallet and secure them as much as possible. A hardware wallet, remember, these are electronic wallets. You can have different kinds, like for example here the SafePal, or here the Ledger Key, among the best known, and there really is a very large number of different ones. Moreover, the explanatory videos will arrive in the coming weeks in the playlist From Zero to Crypto Hero. I really want to show them all, learn everything, and tell you which ones I think are the most profitable from a value for money point of view. In any case, these are truly essential tools. They are indispensable in the field of cryptocurrency. I have several, like 5 or 6. I prefer to try not to spend too much on each hardware wallet, but it's a little complicated, I agree. It's a bit restrictive, but it's the counterpart of freedom in the crypto field. It's not like banks, you truly own your cryptos and everything you own belongs to you. The counterpart, well, is that it's you who's gonna be responsible for your property, it is you who's going to be responsible for your cryptos and also responsible in the event of a loss. So really pay attention to that. And finally, we'll move on to the fifth and last pillar. When you start to have funds on hardware wallets like this one, or on browser wallets like MetaMask, like the one I presented to you in the last week's video, we will have to properly secure access to these wallets and therefore secure your seed phrase. And for that, well, there are not 36 solutions for me. The best solution remains to store your private keys on a metal plate like this one here I have from SafePal. For me, it's the best value for money, and with that, you'll be able to store the 12 to 24 words of your seed sentence in an immutable manner on a metal which will be resistant to fire, remain resistant to oxidation, resistant to almost everything, and that will really allow you to guarantee that you do not lose your seed phrase and therefore access to your wallet and your crypto just in case of anything bad happening. Regarding the security plate of your seed phrase, it will be the same thing, huh? Obviously, I will offer a video review tutorial on this YouTube channel, what is this product and how to use it properly, so stay tuned and remember to subscribe so you don't miss any of my next videos. And please don't neglect the 5 points that I mentioned to you. Put them in place one after the other once you can, and if you want to discover products like these ones, SafePal or keys with promotions, well, I will put links in the description and in the pinned comments with my links. You will surely have discounts on your products, and this channel will be directly supported, and for that I thank you. Right here at the end I will leave 2 videos if you still have not seen them. One is about installing and configuring a MetaMask wallet super easily, and the second one is about setting up your two-factor identifier. And I'll see you soon for the next video. Ciao!